And we are back on our episode of NBA 2K14. And their last episode, the Golden State Warriors defeat the New York Knicks. Another easy win for the Warriors. And now we'll win by 7, 106 to 99. And now coming up next, now we'll have part 1 of the doubleheader for Sunday Showcase arc. So our first game of the day, we're off to United Center in Chicago, and then followed by the second game will be heads to San Antonio, Texas, for the AT&T Center. And as you can see, I'm continuing stock caused by dust and debris. I want to decided to remove it many times, but as you can see, unable to move. It's very glitchy. So we got the two of the rivals in the Eastern Conference will meet once again, featuring Carmelo Anthony in the surging New York Knicks take on Derrick Rose of the Chicago Bulls. That will be a good one here in United Center. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin for this game. The Knicks gonna use the blue and the Bulls gonna use the white. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video and then trying to stock on the controller because of glitch. And there we go. So now without further ado, we're sending over to Kevin Harlan here in Windy City in United Center for the New York Knicks and the Chicago Bulls here in United Center. Anyways, here we go. Let's get started. Enjoy. Here we go. Let's send out the Windy City. Let's go.
Hello and welcome. Great to have you along here for the NBA on 2K Sports, a Sunday broadcast of the NBA. It's going to be the New York Knicks up against the Chicago Bulls. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew at the arena. I'll see you back here at halftime.
And the Bulls go through their pregame routine. We're live, the home of the Chicago Bulls, the United Center. Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the halftime entertainment tonight, a distinctive Latin flavor. And alongside Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, and Esteban Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan.
Thank you, Kevin. I think it's going to be a fantastic night here. Love the jerseys, love the...
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any Noche Notina because how they said Kevin Harlan, they said Noche Notina. As a Mexico name, that was supposed to be Noche Notina. I like the Noche Notina, and as you can see, continuing stock by dust and debris trying to get out of the stock. The tie off for wire. Unfortunately, we need to get in, and it did not get in work because on the verge to switching on the laptop. So because of dust and debris is very annoying and so useless. So now we're sending back once again to Kevin Harlan, part of Noche Notina. Here we go.
Festive atmosphere, the flair. This is going to be awesome.
Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Amari Stoudemire.
And he's a screen setter, Kevin. It's something that's very underrated, but you watch him. If you lock in on him, you'll see all the screens he sets, ball screens, lateral screens away from the basket. He's got them all down, and then he's got the ability also to roll to the rim and finish.
And, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket.
Taking a look at New York, they've got a good chance to prove themselves in what is going to be a very difficult part of their schedule coming up. Guys, with the bulk of their games coming up on the road, it's going to be tough.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, the streak has been very difficult as this team has struggled of late. And the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
Well, and if you're going to snap a losing streak, what better way than to do it against an opponent like this? I mean, that would be doing it in style.
Noah with it. Now Chandler defending. Noah kicks to Rose. With the shot. Jump shot is good.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Golden State.
It's a little bit surprising that the game got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
They really were outplayed, and if you looked only at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. But It was a case of a few intangibles that didn't play out in their favor. It made all the difference.
And here's Rose, following the three-pointer by Raymond Felton. Gets the bucket.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Rose against Stoudemire. Rose up on top. 23 points for him the last game against Dallas.
Red hot, right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas.
And guys, they were really plagued by foul trouble in that one. Forced them into some makeshift lineups late in the game.
And Steve, the frustrating part for me in that situation is you can defend without fouling. Just move your feet and don't use your hand. People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Bibbs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
And here's Felton, following the three from Butler. Too open that time, made it look too easy. Smith's got 5 now.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back. But it worked.
Now here's Rose. He's got 7. And there's the call on Felton. That's foul number 2 for him. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for him. And Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round. Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
T kicks to Heinrich. Dunleavy covered by World Peace. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Teague. Boom! He chips it straight down. That's some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
And the Knicks with possession here. The Bulls getting the bucket. Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Earl Watson's checked in for New York. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And you look at Andrea Bargnani, he's always been able to shoot three-pointers. The biggest thing with him is developing his low post game, accepting contact and being physical, taking advantage of that size inside.
And the shot is good.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
Here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been in a groove from the free throw line since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Knicks.
Now that break sure did them a lot of good because they have been locked in from the free throw line ever since.
Chicago on defense. It's a 10-point game. The basket counts and 1. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And for Bargnani, developing a back-to-the-basket score mentality. Taken right from the Dirk Nowitzki playbook. Pretty important weapon.
Yeah, and Dirk has said it himself, Kevin. When you're just an outside shooter, teams can really take that away from you. Being able to maximize your size inside, that's the key for Bargnani's development and maturation as a player going forward.
Defensively, this team is just giving up way too many open looks.
You're exactly right. And to battle back, they've got to shore that defense up, Steve.
Gets it to go. Hardaway has got his first points of the game. The Bulls leading by 8. The feed now to Dunleavy. And it's blocked by Shepard. Kicks it to Hardaway. Pass to Watson.
Watson has always been a very defensive-minded player. Has highly aggressive pressuring the ball. You got to be careful if you're bringing the ball up the floor and Watson is hounding you.
Yeah, he can put you in a world of trouble. You like a guy who brings that kind of energy. Now here's Heinrich. He's covered by Watson. And yes, sir, that one drops. He has 6.
He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
Now here's Hardaway. And it's blocked. Dives for it.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And it's Rose penetrating. Snell. This one for 3. Yes. And it's Rose with the assist that time.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the defense. Getting out there on him, Steve, and soon.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Bulls out front, they lead by 12. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
This Friday night, March 7th, the Atlanta Hawks go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. It's East and West. Don't miss out.
And as we return, it's no... Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler to back.
Oh! You're kidding me? The power punch right there. Oh, great. Tell you what, he's going to... Put that one in the scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have to build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Outside Rose. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Chicago. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end. Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with a hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Hardaway.
He was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Chicago making a switch here. Boozer's checked in. Well, defense is a big part of these players' games. As the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. 5th, Carmelo Anthony.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in the league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the inside.
And that's the ideal makeup of a wing defender. The perimeter defense is really a requirement. I mean, you got to be able to do that, but you can also block shots like these guys can. You become even more valuable.
Gets the bucket. That's 7 points for Raymond Felton. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minute speed these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down. Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
There's the pass to Smith. Butler with the block. Rose kicks it to Noah. Oh, and here's the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
When Derrick Rose came into the league, he was mostly viewed as just a scoring point guard. And he's done a nice job of finding ways to boost his assist total and be more of a playmaker for his teammates. And he's done that each year he's been in the league.
And Felton is up top. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And Kevin, he was amazing defensively as well. I mean, he was racking up steals left and right.
Here's Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Well, Clark, you mentioned Rose's assist totals have climbed pretty steadily over the years. And, Steve, I know you appreciate that. With all that he can do, he's always looking for others.
Man, I think that's what makes him so dangerous offensively, because he can create his own shot or for his teammates. Now, he may not be just a pure point guard, but it's not because of a lack of passing ability. He's a modern-day point guard who can do anything.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Noah. Dunleavy comes in for Lou Aldang. Marcus Teague, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Count the bucket. Teague's got his second basket.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Here's Bargnani, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Here's Felton, and again it's New York.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Dunleavy for 3, and again it's the Bulls from Teague.
You know, one thing you know is that the son of a coach is usually going to have good shooting mechanics, and that's definitely the case with Mike Dunleavy Jr. He always seems cool and composed when he's getting ready to fire away. He's got a great release.
It's just one of the benefits of growing up in an NBA family. Shooting for him comes very easy to him, and he makes the most of it. Heinrich dishes to Boozer.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
Meta World Peace, he's checked in for New York. Mon Shumpert has come in for Raymond Felton. And blocked. And maybe up top, covered by Martin. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter. You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And, you know, this lead is going to grow if they can continue to get to the free throw line.
Here's Gibson. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. And the Bulls lead by 21.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and we got a blowout in the Windy City. Chicago with the lead against New York. Their offense has been prolific, moving the ball, getting tons of shots, different looks, options everywhere, around the rim, downtown, mid-range. How do you want it? A great performance by Derrick Rose in the first half. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. The Knicks on the other side, not looking as crisp. Going up against a superior team, they haven't been up to the task. Raymond Felton has been clicking through the first two. He has 13 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And a look now at some games that have yet to tip off. Over in Indianapolis, the Pacers will face off against the Jazz. Game gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern. And another game that's coming up, it'll be the 76ers against the Magic in Orlando. Both teams would really like to take that game. Game gets going at 6 p.m. Eastern. And one game also on the docket, it'll be the Golden State Warriors up against the Raptors in Toronto. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, the magic touch with the ball. He just made great decisions, piling up the assists there in the first half, and really doing a nice job for his teammates.
You know, it isn't a very common occurrence, Steve. Typically, he's more likely to be on the receiving end of the pass, but so far, it's been the other way around here.
Checking out the group. For Mike Woodson to start this second half. Anthony, Stoudemire, and Chandler will front line. J.R. Smith out there with Earl Watson. And New York making a change here. Felton's checked in.
You know, to me, one reason why Carlos Boozer is such a valuable scorer is that he can hurt you in a multitude of ways inside. He can hit the rainbow jumper of his, and when he's back to the basket, can go over both shoulders very well.
That's what has to happen if they're going to turn this thing around. He's got to take charge. He's got to be aggressive and really look to push here offensively.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. It's stolen by Stoudemire. And now the Knicks on the break. Felton leading the charge. Outside Anthony. There's the triple. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got 6 assists now in the game. And for Boozer, you remember the story. Growing up in Alaska, his dad tied his right hand to his waist, so he'd have to develop his left. And that was something that he worked on even more when he went to Duke.
Well, yeah, his left hand is fantastic. I mean, that's his preferred hand when he's finishing around the rim. A right-handed jump shooter, but anything around the basket is usually his left. So he probably owes his dad a debt of gratitude for tying him up all the time.
That's one way to put it. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and Chandler throws it down.
A surreal alley-oop that time.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
The Bulls leading by 16. Rose attacking. There's the killer two-handed slam. That's doing some skyscraping.
We're talking about point guard there, Kevin. He can really raise up.
A flashy pass, monster dunk, whatever it is. I mean, this guy's got the versatility to do it.
Into Smith.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Rose kicks it to Noah. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Noah's got 8 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Here's Smith. And again, it's New York.
This is a fantastic run to start this second half.
Rose kicks to Butler. From outside, off the mark.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
Stoudemire backing him down. And it's Smith penetrating. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Smith's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Butler. And the rejection by Smith. Smith right side. High post shot. And again, it's New York.
And he should thank the defense for those 2 points. Really, nobody paid him any mind there.
Rose passes to Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's 11 points for Butler.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Felton goes in. Chandler, no good.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
You know, guys, when Noah came out of Florida, most people viewed him as just an energy guy or a role player, but I tell you what, I always saw him as a highly skilled player. He could pass it, he could put it on the floor.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Well, sometimes guys... you can forget he's out there, and all of a sudden, bang, he'll string together 3 or 4 shots in a row and just take over the game.
And there's something else on his resume that can't be overlooked. Just how many times he's taken over at the end of close games and carried his team to the win.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Heinrich dishes to Dunley. Back to Heinrich. Tries it from 19. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Felton attacking. That's good. Felton has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Stoudemire. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. Fourth, the Bulls.
And, you know, contrary to what we see from other teams, this team really has no interest in playing selfishly. I mean, their assist numbers show what a cohesive unit they are.
For the Knicks, world peace comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's Iman Shumpert in for J.R. Smith. And Shumpert kicks to Felton. He lobs it up. And the dunk by Chandler.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're deep.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now... now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Knicks trail by 15. Felton the pass to Chandler. Mohamed's there. And here's Felton from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's good. Shumpert's got his second basket of the game.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
That is good.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Felton dishes to Hardaway. Back to Felton. Shot on the wing, and the Knicks good for 2.
It's a good thing he showed up today because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
3 Three-pointer, Heinrich. Another three for Chicago.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They really shot the ball well here.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Tune in Friday, March 7th. Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Be there.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Carlos Boozer out there with Dang. That's the five out there for the Bulls. And Stoudemire with the block. Felton against Boozer. Felton goes in. Here's Smith. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And it keeps... It's a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
And maybe that'll give this team a little bit of their edge back.
Butler kicks to Rose. Another three for Chicago.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Felton the pass to World Peace. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
The Bulls leading by 12. Back to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Dang. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And their last five makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for New York. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Mike Woodson was giving to his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas." If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
In low to Boozer. And he slams it down on top of Amaro. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very... defense.
But the finish, anything but pass.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Felton kicks to Smith. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Some really terrific numbers for Smith. 22 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Well, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Smith.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Rose dishes to Dang. Out of bounds, Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. Knocks it loose. The dish now to Felton. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Felton's got 24.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was... bigger guy. You know, Joakim Noah, part of those back-to-back championship teams at Florida 2006 and 7, was kind of skinny in college in his first years in the league. But he's done a really good job of adding muscle to his frame. That work in the weight room and in his basement have served him well.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second three of the half.
And Anthony sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Off the inbound. And there's Joakim Noah on the assist by Dan. That's 10 points for Joakim Noah. And with the big minutes that Joakim Noah is asking, it's a good thing he's been so dedicated to staying in shape.
He's another player, Kevin, who does yoga in the off-season. He's even trained with big wave surfers in Hawaii, going underwater with weights in his hands, doing jumping and running. Pretty interesting training regimen, but of course he's a very interesting guy.
Pretty wild, huh? Pass to Stoudemire. A leaner, and again it's New York. Chicago leading by 12. And it's Rose penetrating. Rebound by Smith.
Oh, come on. You've got to get the 2 points there.
Gives him the lead pass. Nice shot by Felton.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Chicago calls timeout. They're in front by 10. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose passes to Boozer. The kick outside to Butler. Another one falls to Chicago.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
Felton kicks to Anthony. 58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Noah with the block. Left side, Butler. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Felton against Rose. Felton dishes to Smith. Butler with the block. And here's the fast break. Leads him in there. And Boozer throws it down.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
Now, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that too.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Now here's Teague.
You got this, you got this.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
Okay, so huge night for Chicago as the Bulls defeat the Knicks by 18 points. 113 to 95. Derrick Rose got 28 points and 12 assists. Jimmy Butler got 21. Raymond Felton got 29 and 15. And J.R. Smith got 26 in a huge night for Chicago Bulls. They are now in their 40-win season up to 2013. So now next game on our hand, we'll skip for the Warriors Raptors 2. Bobcats Thunder, and it continually stopped by dust and debris unknowing once again. So they want to get out the result. And as you can see, they stuck. As you can see, they stuck on controller because of dust and debris and unable. There we go. So we got the Warriors and the Raptors, and let's try and simulate game. There we go. Simulate game around. The Raptors somehow defeat the Raptors. Warriors. DeRozan got 35. Curry got 21. Don't care about it. And sorry about that. Let's say fouls. Alright. Pacers and the Jazz. And Pacers win by 14. And we got Paul George got triple-double. Roy Hibbert got 16. And Dane Granger got 33. Trey Burke got 17. Sixers and the Magic, and Magic win. 29 points for Rudy Turkoglu. Jeremy Nelson got 23. Jason Richardson got 31-13. Evan Turner got 20. And Bobcats Thunder, and Thunder will extend the winning skid. Kevin Durant got double-double, 36 points and 10 assists. Russell Westbrook got 22. And Al Jefferson's got 20 points in a huge night for all three teams. So, more importantly, on March 26, on March 19, Pacers and Knicks would not be flexed out because will be remain because of rivalry in the Eastern Conference at the time. And then on March 26, there will be the most likely at the time, because the likely it will be the Nets and the Bobcats game, or even the Hawks Timberwolves, or even the Nuggets Spurs. Will be unlikely the playoffs push. Will be playoff begins around the corner. So They will be wrapped up tonight here on March 2 will be the first game wraps up here, and coming up next, second game of the day, we're up to San Antonio, Texas. We got the Southwest rivalry featuring Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks take on Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs. That will be a good one here in San Antonio. That'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the Chicago Bulls dominate once again, defeat the New York Knicks by 18, 113 to 95. This is Andre Kenshin say song for United Center in Chicago in Windy City. We'll see you later for the second game here in San Antonio for the Dallas Mavericks and the San Antonio Spurs here in San Antonio. Sign up and peace out. Good night and actually it doesn't say good night. So once again, sign up and peace out. Goodbye. And later on, second game we're off to AT&T Center in San Antonio for the Dallas Mavericks and the San Antonio Spurs. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye and we'll see you later for the second game.